Please excuse the lighting and the sounds and everything. It's kind of dark today. Decided to do it outside because my family's inside, and that's weird to do this video around everybody. So yeah, today I want to talk about the Ascension symptoms, because we're going through a shift right now. The whole world, we're in the midst of the shift, and a lot of people are going through upgrades spiritually, physically, mentally, because of COVID kind of initiated this whole thing. And I'm not saying that COVID is a good thing, but I will say that for every cause there's an effect, and this elevation, this spiritual elevation going on throughout the whole world is something that's been foretold centuries ago. And it's just crazy how all of this is coming together. Yeah, my brain. Anyways, so yes, I wanted to take you guys through a couple symptoms. I don't know how many I'm gonna talk about today. I just have a list right here, and I'm gonna talk about mainly the ones that apply to me, and other ones that I know apply to people around me as well. So yeah. So Ascension symptom number 1: intense energy, feeling stressed out. And I'm referring to the website Nickerson Institute for this, by the way. So yeah.
Okay, I realized that I didn't explain myself with this first symptom, but what I meant to say was intensified energy, such as any feeling you feel is going to be intensified. So if you're sad, you're probably like depressed. If you're happy, you're like extremely elated. If you're frustrated, you're probably like, it's intensified, so angry, mad. Any feeling you feel right now is just going to be multiplied by 10, basically.
So yes, disorientation, feeling of disorientation, like feeling like you don't know where you are, and just kind of feeling like, oh my god, my phone stay dying. Just kind of feeling like you're not of this world, but it's kind of like you don't feel a sense of belonging anywhere, not even in your own body. It's kind of uncomfortable. So Ascension symptom number 2: unusual pains and aches. So it says unusual aches and pains throughout different parts of your body, because your body is going through a spiritual purge. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But yes, you're gonna feel a lot of pains and aches. You're probably feeling a lot of pains and aches because your body is going through a purging. And everything happens on an energetical level first. So for example, in February I went through that's another story for another day. But this one day I was going through the most intense, painful experience I've ever went through in my life. I felt like, if you guys know about the Kundalini awakening, it was like that, and I could literally feel the pain starting from the bottom of my spine and my stomach, and it shot all the way up. It wasn't like a couple seconds thing. It was an ongoing thing for like more than 10 minutes, and it was just slowly making its way up to the top of my head, and I felt like things in my body was bursting. My chest mostly was in so much pain, to the point where I would like have to crawl up and curl up on the ground and like make noises, like moan. I'm usually able to eat pain right up, but that pain was something different. And in my mind I was like, okay, I know something is probably wrong physically with me internally, but I knew like on a spiritual level, like my body's trying to release trapped energy, is trying to move blocked energy, so that my heart chakra, because this was the main part hurting, my heart chakra could open up and just clear away all the baggage it was probably carrying, because feel like I had a lot of heavy energy throughout my whole being, and that was my body's way of trying to release everything. And I will say, after that experience, I unlocked like crazy parts of myself that I don't think would have happened otherwise. It was just a lot, but that's a necessary ascension symptom you might be facing right now, and you don't really have to worry too much. I mean, yes, you should probably go to the doctor if it's necessary, but honestly, just trust your body and the process is going through. Next ascension symptom, number 3, waking at night between 2 and 4 a.m. This part of night is known as the witching hour, and honestly it starts around 12 o'clock a.m. The energy around this time is usually increased and intensified by a lot because the veil is the thinnest around this time. The veil between the physical and astral realms is the thinnest, so you might have a lot of like energies trying to communicate with you, or you're just more susceptible to the energies happening in the astral realm, and there's a lot happening in the spiritual realm right now. So your body's more sensitive to these things, which is why you might wake up at 2 and 4 a.m. You might be having crazy dreams. That's another symptom. Crazy dreams. Like messages coming through in your dreams. You might see something in your dream that happened in real life that you probably wouldn't have no idea about otherwise. Just a lot of psychic dreams, vivid dreams. Even if it's not psychic dreams, it will be very vivid, and you will know that there's probably a message here and that this dream is trying to tell me about, because in our dream state, our subconscious mind is basically trying to show us all the things that we have bottled up inside, or just show us things that we need to know about ourselves. So it's going to be intensified during this time of the shift, because everything is basically screaming at us. Your subconscious mind is trying to scream at you to wake up. The astral realm is trying to scream at you to get download so that your vibration can get higher, and it's probably telling you to do things like meditate or do yoga, or I'm going off topic, aren't I? But anyways, another ascension symptom, memory loss. Yo, when I read this list, I was like, all right, so maybe I'm not that crazy. Maybe I don't have dementia, because the memory loss I would go through was ridiculous. Taking my CMOS, and they said that this and it has bladder wreck and the other thing in it. I forget the name. I'll put it right there. But yeah, they said that this drug is supposed to, revitalize you, give you life, and I believe it, because honestly, I haven't had any pains in my body anymore since I started consistently taking the CMOS. It's very helpful during this ascension shift. My skin is cool looking. What else CMOS is doing for me? I feel pretty energized, unlike other times that whatever. Yeah, it's pretty energizing, but my brain, it's like my memory, like I forget the most basic things, and sometimes it'd be important too, but it's just like I wouldn't have forgot about that otherwise. Like, why would I just felt like I was going crazy, like through some type of dementia or something, and I would forget certain words. I would forget basic words, like I couldn't even like form a regular sentence because I would just be searching for what word to use. Like, my brain was just let me see what their explanation was. It says a great abundance of short-term memory loss and only vague remembrances of your past. You're in more than one dimension at a time and going back and forth, and you're going back and forth as part of the transition. You are experiencing a disconnect. Also, your past is part of the old, and the old is forever gone. Being in the now is the way of the new world. Ascension symptom number, I don't know what number I'm on. Seeing and hearing things. You may be seeing and hearing things because the veil is lifting. So you're going to, if you're susceptible to this energy, you're going to start hearing the things that's going on in the astral realm. or the unconscious realm, and you're gonna start seeing things that's in the astral realm as well. I was definitely going through that. Mostly early this year. I don't see things as crazy as I was anymore, but I still see like orbs and like I see orbs. I don't see shadows as what I was seeing early this year, shadows and shit. That shit was crazy, okay? I've never seen shadows that clearly ever in my life. Like, usually they're my peripheral vision, but early this year I was seeing them like straight on. Like, it was just something it was crazy. But now I don't see too much of those. I see orbs, which is just like balls of light flying around and stuff. And I don't hear too much of anything anymore, because I feel like I've kind of downgraded a little bit since that time because of all the stress I was going through. But now I just kind of hear ringing in my ears like every single day. Like, it never used to happen every day like this, but I hear it every single day. Before, I was like hearing people's voices. Like, I knew who was talking about me. I knew what they were saying. I knew, like, it was ridiculous. And like, I know for a fact that I knew what they were saying is just because I would call and confront them about it. They would basically fess up to what they were saying and what they did. And I'll be like, yeah, I know, I heard it. But I don't hear things that clear anymore. I just hear ringing, and I might just feel an occasional message. Yeah. The messages that used to speak to me, they don't speak to me as loudly anymore. They're more like a feeling or like a whisper sound. It's weird. But anyways, let's read that. It says, you're experiencing different dimensions as you transition, all according to how sensitive you are and how you are wired. So if you are programmed to be psychic, and so yeah, depending on how maybe your astrology chart is structured, maybe you'll be more susceptible to these energies than other people. Loss of identity. And the description is, you try to access the old you, but it's no longer there. You may not know who you're looking at in the mirror. You have cleared much of your old patterns and are now embodying much more light and simpler, more purified divine you. Okay, here's the mosquito. Did I get it? Did I freaking get it? I didn't freaking get it. Yo, this one right here. That's the one. Loss of identity. So much of a big theme in my life this year. Like, I will literally even look at past pictures of myself from like last year or just 2 years ago, and that's not a long time ago. I would look at these pictures and be like, I don't recognize that person. It's just, I can't relate. Like, I literally feel like I'm a new soul incorporating my body. Like, I still remember my memories and all that extra stuff, but when I look at myself in the past, that's not me. I know that's my physical body in that picture, but that's not my soul. And you know, in this life, you recognize souls. Even if you didn't meet that person physically before, you might look into their eyes and be like, I met you somewhere before. I've recognized you from somewhere. You recognize people's souls. So when I was looking at pictures of myself in the past, I did not recognize my soul at all. Like, I feel like I'm a whole completely different, changed person. I have similar interests and stuff still, kind of, but it's not like how it was before. Okay, feeling out of body. That is definitely something I am going through currently too. It's really uncomfortable, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like my soul is being pulled out my body multiple times throughout the day. And I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, because it's getting to a point where I'm kind of like, okay, like, what's really going on? Like, what does spirit want me to do with this feeling? What is it trying to tell me? Am I supposed to like move to where I feel like I'm being pulled at? Because I can't just move to where I feel like I'm being pulled at anywhere I am. Like if I'm at work, I can't just move. Honestly, I just feel like my job though, like I'm not supposed to be there, but that's another story. But anyways, yeah, I'm feeling literally like, imagine this is my soul, right? My hands is covering my soul. I literally feel like this, my soul is trying to be pulled out. This mosquito is messing me up, being pulled out my body. And it feels like, I don't know how to describe it besides that way. They also say that that's common in people who've experienced near-death experiences or who have died and came back to life. And I'm just gonna say, I will get to that story another day, but something happened in February around the time when I was saying I was going through all that pain. Yeah, that was a whole thing. But anyways, heightened sensitivities. Yes, I'm usually not that sensitive to like sound or people crying or being emotional. Like, I feel their emotions, but it never usually affects me as much as it does now. And bright lights, bright lights to me never bothered me as much. Like, I would much rather not to be in bright light anyway, but it didn't bother me as much as it does now. Now it's like, I can't be in loud areas. It hurts my ears. I'm uncomfortable. People's emotions, I feel it on a deeper level and I'm affected by it. I usually never cry in emotional like movies and stuff, but now it's like I will start to tear up and all that extra stuff. I kind of feel like a bitch. Bright lights, I hate it. They will give me an instant headache if I'm in it for more than 2 minutes. And yeah, it said you also overwhelm very easily. You get overwhelmed very easily and become easily overstimulated. You are tuning up. Know that this will eventually pass. Let's see. An intolerance for lower vibrational things of the 3D realm. Reflected in conversations, attitudes, societal structures, healing modalities, etc. They'll literally make you feel sick inside. You are in a higher vibration and your energies are no longer in alignment. You are being pushed to move forward and to be and create the new. So an immediate example that comes to my brain is job, regular 9-to-5 job. I hate it there. Like, I literally, when I go inside my stomach, I literally feel nauseous. I want to throw up. I need to leave. This is why I need to create my own business. That spirit telling me like, this isn't for you. You need to create your own business. Get on your shit, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yes, I understand, but I need the money. I need the money, okay? Like, I'm broke. What else I'm about to do right now? I got bills to pay. Okay, it's hard out here. But anyway, yeah, also like just things of the 3D realm, 3D music that talks about nothing but bull BS, just lower vibrational music, lower vibrational foods, fast food, processed foods. It's like you can eat it, but your body can't hold it at all. Or maybe you look at it and you instantly feel nauseous because it's like your body's just trying to reject that and let you know like this isn't for you anymore. Like, you have to move on to healthier, more electric foods, like, plant-based foods, vegetables, fruits, water, no more sodas, all of that kind of goes out the window when your vibration is rising, because it's not in sync, it's not in alignment, it's not yin to yang at all. That's a different type of entity right there. A loss of desire for food. Your body is adjusting to a new, higher state of being. Also, part of you does not want to be here in the old. Yes, I barely get hungry anymore. I only eat because I know I need to eat. I just don't feel like I need food anymore. The only foods I crave right now is literally fruit and vegetables. That's all I can think about. That's all I crave. When I see other food or when I eat other foods, I'm just like, like, this is okay. I'm literally only eating because I'm losing weight. Like, I'm losing a lot of weight. I eat it because I know, like, I don't want to become invisible. I mean, but that would be cool too. But, you know, like, I mean invisible. Sudden disappearance of friends, activities, habits, jobs, and residences. You are evolving beyond what you used to be, and these people and surroundings are no longer matched for your vibration. The new will soon arrive. Yeah, that's basically it. You might be dropping a lot of friends, a lot of habits you usually do. You might not just have the desire to talk to certain people anymore. You might not have the desire to do certain things that you usually do in your routine anymore, because, you know, it wasn't serving you. So it's like, it's time to knock that off the table and focus on the bigger picture at hand, which is growing and evolving and enhancing your life. And all these things that you don't desire it to do anymore, they can't help you evolve or reach the higher state of consciousness that spirit wants you to be in, or that you want yourself to be in. Days of extreme fatigue. Yes, fatigue. I get tired. I was getting tired before CMOS, but before I started taking my CMOS, I would get very tired and fatigued. Like, I would just be in bed all day. I wouldn't feel like doing anything. Like, I would literally stand up, and I could only stand up for a couple minutes at most, and I'll get out of breath. Like, my body just could not handle the physical. Like I said, your body's losing density, and because of that, it's going through intense restructuring, which is why you probably feel like tired, because whatever. Depression. Might be going through a depression, but that's common too. Emotional ups and downs as well. Common because it's like you're kind of grieving your past life, or the routine you had, the old you. You're grieving that part of you, and that part of you no longer resonates with yourself right now. So it's like you kind of lose your sense of identity. Like, you don't know who you are anymore. Like, what's even me? What am I gonna do with my life? What's gonna benefit me in this moment? Because everything I do is like not filling me up at all. Because that's just because your body is shifting and adjusting to newer energies, and because of this adjustment, you need to also adjust your routines and what you do with your life and what you eat and all that stuff. So yeah. I keep looking off to the side because I'm thinking. I'm not very a fast thinker. It also says you are releasing lower, darker energies and you are seeing through them. So yeah, it's basically just a period of detox for your spirit. So, and throughout any change, it's gonna be hard, honestly. So you just gotta be patient. You will get through all of this. There's a lot more things you might be going through, but these are the ones that I mostly experience or I see common in others around me. So yeah, I hope this resonated with you, and I'll be back. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you didn't do that already. Hit the notification bell for any new videos. If my sister is staring at me. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. So later.